This is your tips week from Redwall Production, and we got free tips. So here's the tip for actors. I'm Roz Coleman, by the way. And the first tip is never stop learning. Never stop learning. Never stop being curious about your craft, and never think that you've got it all down. And one thing that I have done that's really helped me is learn from a lot of different teachers. So I know a lot of different methods. So you don't feel like you are married to one particular method. And I think that in schooling you get if you don't get that method, if you don't get Meisner, if Meisner doesn't really turn you on and connect you to the work, then they think there's something wrong with you. But the truth is, maybe there's something wrong with the method. Keep looking until you find the right method and never stop learning. You might think, oh, she's just saying that because she wants me to spend money. No, I'm not. I'm saying that because I want you to stay hungry and curious and keep getting better. So now I'm going to tell you a couple of ways to get better and to keep finding new methods without spending money. Okay. The first way is, of course, the most obvious way, our sister, Google. Google. You can use Google to find out how to do anything. And what's awesome is nowadays, people like us, we give a lot of free lessons. And I was on the internet looking for free lessons, and I found my friend John Sudall. And he introduced me to Language of the Face. And now I'm super into it. So it was a whole new method that was introduced to me, and a whole new way of learning, and another tool, my face, which had really been taboo to me to use my face in my acting, because I believed the number one myth, and John tells me this is the number one myth about actors, that if you feel it, it will show up on your face. But how many times have you been feeling something really deeply and the person says, I just don't get it. I don't buy it. I don't see it. So that means that maybe what you're feeling isn't showing up on your face, and you're not able to express exactly what you're feeling in a way that other people can perceive it and read it and get impact from it. Wait a minute, I'm gonna have to spend money. No, John Sudall taught that lesson today on Periscope. Isn't that cool? For free. You can learn lessons for free just by staying curious, following people who are doing something interesting, reading books, and there are methods everywhere. I found a method for rehearsal. I thought this was awesome. I was at my son's best friend, Declan, was having his birthday, his 11th birthday, and I was looking around his house. You know, I'm a New Yorker, so I love to look around other people's houses. And on his piano, he's taking piano lessons, I saw this little note, and I like to learn from everything as an actor. It said, before you play, check your body, arms, wrists, and eyes on the page. And I thought, oh my God, that is so good that they're teaching him how to practice. What do you do before you practice? What do you need to check? Do you need to make sure you're warmed up? That your body is aligned, that you're in the present moment? Do you need to meditate? Do you need to warm up your body physically, your vocal cords, your emotions, as John would say? So that's one thing. What do you need to prepare before you rehearse or practice, like Declan on the piano player? And then I love this part of the little note. It says, when you make a mistake, identify the mistake, isolate the notes, and repeat. I thought about it, and I said, in rehearsals, as actors, we like to paint everything. Oh, that didn't feel right. But really, we should identify the moment that we're really talking about. Is the opening beat okay? Where did it go off? Where did I feel not aligned with this moment in the scene? Where am I really not clear on what I'm saying? Isolate that moment. Now repeat that moment. Try different things. Identify what is going on in that moment. Number one, make sure that you are crystal clear in what you're saying. Because a lot of times we sort of generally know what we're saying. We don't specifically know what we're saying. So isolate the moment. then repeat it. Repeat it until you have found a choice that works for you. And sometimes it's like something, it can be something mechanical. It can be something like if you have big old doctor words to say, maybe you need to isolate that moment and repeat it. And then, let's see what the piano teacher says. Play the note and repeat it, and then go back to the beginning. Isn't that awesome? So then you have to fit it back into the context of the scene. So after you have isolated a moment, worked on a moment, repeated it, changed it, tried some new things, then put it back into the context of the scene and rehearse it like that. I think that as actors, we feel like everything should be so organic that we shouldn't have to practice. And that's just not true. Like any other art form, it has to be practiced. That's the only way to get better. So I hope you found this tip helpful. There were 2 tips. You don't always have to spend money. Use your friend Google. And the other tip was learn from everything. Follow me on Twitter or Instagram at iRozApp. Our website is redwallproductions.com, RosalindColeman.com, iRozApp.com, RozActingCoach.com. You can find me on the web in way too many places, but do reach out and let me know how you like this tip. Thank you.